The San Diego Business Journal is excited to welcome you to the 2020 CEO of the Year Awards ceremony. This is now the 12th year for this annual event, where we recognize local executive leaders' achievements within their companies, their industries, and in the San Diego community. The San Diego Business Journal is honored to have this opportunity to be able to showcase the very leaders who exemplify the spirit of San Diego. At this time, we would like to commence the program and introduce the San Diego Business Journal President and Publisher, Barb Chodes.
Hi, I'm Barb Chodes, President and Publisher of the San Diego Business Journal, and I want to welcome all of you to the annual CEO of the Year Awards ceremony. We are honored to be recognizing the best and the brightest in San Diego. Normally, we would be in a ballroom celebrating, but because of our circumstances, we have the pleasure of addressing everyone virtually. We had an incredible year of participation with more than 200 nominations representing a wide variety of industries, from biotech to financial to nonprofits. The San Diego Business Journal executive team had the challenging task of narrowing down to 100 finalists. Finalists, each one of you truly deserves recognition. You all have made significant contributions to your companies and to the San Diego community. We all know that strong leadership is essential in all organizations, especially in the current climate. And San Diego is fortunate to be the home of many innovative CEOs. It has been an interesting year for all of us, and after reading through each nomination, it became very clear that CEOs had to reinvent their companies and embrace change in this extraordinary year. Flexibility became essential as businesses had to pivot, adapt, utilize new technology, and embrace remote work environments. It is our privilege to recognize the great work that CEOs do each day to keep our community of business vibrant and successful. Now, we would like to thank our gold sponsor, Tide Rock Holdings. Without their support, this event would not be possible. Tide Rock Holdings creates value for companies through strategic planning and operational enhancements. Businesses collaborate with their management team, who provide support without getting in the way. Tide Rock Holdings aligns the interests of sellers, managers, investors, and executives. Please join me in welcoming Ryan Petticord, CEO of Tide Rock Holdings, to share more information about the company and to welcome all of you.
Hi, I'm Ryan Petticord with Tide Rock Holdings. Tide Rock is a holding company who provides liquidity to retiring founders of lower middle market B2B companies and families looking to sell their businesses. We are extremely proud to be a host of this year's San Diego Business Journal's 2020 CEO Awards, as each of the CEOs tonight have shown tremendous achievement within their respective industries. Without further ado, I present you this year's CEO Awards.
Thank you again, Ryan, for your support. Now, I would like to introduce our panel of judges who played a very important role in this year's award selections. Sam Matisha, Senior Vice President and Region Manager for Cox, California. David Crean, Managing Director of Investment Banking for Objective Capital Partners. Christina Divaca, President and CEO of Corporate Directors Forum. Donna DeBerry, President and CEO of Central San Diego Black Chamber of Commerce. Debbie McKeon, President and CEO of the San Diego Grantmakers, and Mark Stewart, President and CEO of the San Diego Foundation. Thank you for all your time and dedication in selecting our winners. Next, I'd like to share the agenda for today's program. And for those of you tweeting, the hashtag is SDBJCEO2020. First, we will be announcing our Lifetime Achievement Award honoree. This is a special honor given to a chief executive who has made a significant impact on their business, their industry, and the San Diego community as a whole. After this, we'll be recognizing the CEO of the Year finalists. Next, we'll be announcing our winners in each of the 7 categories. The categories are Rising Star, Nonprofit, Business Nonprofit, Small Business, Private, Large Business, Private, Public Company Medium, and Public Company Large. So let's get started. At this time, I'd like to introduce Jay Harn, Editor-in-Chief of the San Diego Business Journal, who will be announcing our Lifetime Achievement Award honoree.
Thank you, Barb. Now it is my great pleasure to announce our Lifetime Achievement honoree for 2020, Mike Fasullo, President and COO of Sony Electronics of North America. As President and COO, Mike oversees Sony Electronics' multi-billion-dollar business in North America. His teams ensure the business is sustainable, competitive, and profitable. With unwavering managerial courage and a proven track record of performing under pressure, Mike has a steadfast passion for delivering positive financial results. When Mike was appointed president in 2014, the company was experiencing significant operating challenges across the business. Mike instituted dramatic transformation and cultural changes, successfully executing a comprehensive turnaround that served to turn Sony's North American business from being under fire to on fire. Mike has been a staunch supporter and advocate for elevating diversity and inclusion to the highest levels of thought, dialogue, and real action. This while driving the company's tangible efforts to serve the community and region during the COVID-19 pandemic and ongoing social justice movement. Since beginning his professional journey, Mike has served a wide range of roles, disciplines, and levels of management at Sony Electronics. Over the years, Mike has delivered impactful results across business management, strategic planning, marketing, and relationship management, all while leading, coaching, mentoring, and regularly participating in community service activities. Welcome, Mike.
Hello, Mike. I want to extend my personal congratulations for your recognition in winning the Lifetime Achievement Award. I strongly believe that this accolade is a result of your steady leadership and passion to contribute to society. Thank you for your dedication and strategic turnaround of Sony's electronics business in North America, which is in line with Sony's purpose to fill the world with emotion through the power of creativity and technology. You're a man of compassion who is also committed to serving the community. During the COVID-19 pandemic and the social justice movement, you have been a representative of the North American community around the clock.
Congratulations to Mike Fasullo for receiving the San Diego Business Journal Lifetime Achievement Award, especially for his efforts on diversity and inclusion. As you've chaired our association these past 2 years and had other leadership roles, I've seen it firsthand. You wear that button.
Mike navigated Sony through a turnaround of historical proportions by sticking to Sony's brand strength. What we at NPD love most about Mike is his commitment to fact-based decisions. Beyond the business, our San Diego team is inspired by Mike's support of the Boys and Girls Club and the Pacific Military Youth of the Year.
Our investment in a future where American businesses have employees that represent America will make us all better.
After reading my book about mentoring the next generation, Mike shared his stories of mentorship with me. For him, it's a way of life. I'm honored to know Mike as a business colleague and as a friend.
From Sony, thank you for your leadership, determination, and commitment. Our people, our communities, and our diversity here at Sony are better because of you.
I admire your leadership, and especially during these very difficult COVID times, you've truly raised the bar on what it means to be a spectacular leader.
Mike, it's been an honor to serve alongside a leader like yourself who puts the well-being of his employees above all else.
Thank you for your patience and your wisdom. Your trust and your leadership have been something I can rely on and I've learned from.
You have kept the people strategy as a business imperative, and that is a rare gift to an HR leader. Thank you. You truly do live your dedication to equity and inclusion, and the proof is in our business results and people engagement. Congratulations on a well-deserved Lifetime Achievement Award.
Once again, congratulations, Mike, on receiving this distinguished award.
Congratulations on the Lifetime Achievement Award, Mike.
Congratulations on this well-deserved recognition.
Thank you, Mike.
And I offer you, Mike, the most heartfelt congratulations on this wonderful honor.
Congratulations, Mike, on your terrific recognition by our San Diego Business Journal. And what a life it's been on every level. A spectacular run of endless achievement, always in conjunction with your family, and now 36 years at Sony. Wow, we're all so happy and proud, but also incredibly grateful for all you've done to create our world as it could and should be. Mike, you epitomize all that this award represents. A wonderful, humble, kind person with a generous nature. A life based on substance, integrity, credibility, and honor. An abundance of character, standards, and values. And a remarkable ability to lead, build, inspire, and develop. Mike, we thank you for your commitment to equality, diversity, inclusion, and service. For your talent and ability to innovate and develop human capital, for your visionary commitment to shared responsibility, for making all of us happy and putting smiles on our faces, and for everything else too, including your class, dignity, and professionalism. Mike, I could go on forever here, but I'm out of time, but never out of nice things to say about you. Congratulations and thank you. For our lives, it's a privilege to know you and to be your friend.
Good afternoon. Let me begin by saying what a significant and prestigious honor this is. Although, if I'm being totally honest, a lifetime achievement sounds like I'm really old and done. Yet, I feel like I'm just getting started. In all seriousness, I'd like to first and foremost thank Barbara Chodos, Jay Hearn, and the entire San Diego Business Journal team for this humbling honor, but also for the great work that you do in our San Diego community. I'd also like to acknowledge and congratulate the other leaders nominated and being recognized today, as well as the many industry partners and colleagues that have made it possible for me to have reached this milestone. Now, this has been a 38-year journey, and there's no way I can thank everyone who has impacted my success in just a few minutes, so join me for a brief ride while I hit some highlights. I grew up in Hackensack, New Jersey, in a lower middle-class neighborhood, and really didn't have much financial means. But I was fortunate. I had two very loving parents and a mom who lived by the values of respect and dignity. She would constantly remind me that you see the same people on the way down that you did on the way up. The point is, treat everyone as your equal. I met my soulmate and love of my life in community college, and 43 years later, we continue to be in love and best friends. I met my other love, Sony, in 1984. Yes, I'm older than dirt. The rest, as they say, is history. And yes, it's a history full of adventure, excitement, continuous learning, and some failures along the way. My education was in finance. However, my supervisor at Sony in 1986, and currently one of my dearest friends, Mike Vitelli, sat me down and said my outgoing personality would be better suited in sales. So off to sales I went. And the point here is it's okay to take a risk. Change is good if you embrace it. I arrived in leadership in 1989 when I was shipped off from New York to San Francisco as the youngest vice president of sales at that time. I fell flat on my face and created such dissension to the team that even my wife was questioning if I was the man she married. The moral here is check that ego at the door. Well, there's quite a lot from then to my post as president in 2014, but let's fast forward to then. I was asked by Kaz Hirai, former chairman of Sony Corporation and the godfather of PlayStation, to assume the role of president and COO and turn around Sony Electronics. I recall the evening before my appointment, I received a call from our global HR head saying he was in San Diego and wanted to have breakfast with me. I looked at my wife and I said, honey, I'm either getting promoted or fired. I was so excited to be named president and quickly made the trip to Japan to meet with Kaz and the then CFO, who today, as you witnessed in the opening video, is now our current chairman and worldwide CEO, Ken Yoshida. The meeting went something like this. Congratulations, Mike. We're considering closing the US operations. I was stunned. And I remember thinking, what the hell? I just got the dream job. Well, 90 days later, I presented my turnaround plan, and we've had 6 years of continued profit improvement since. So let me close by saying how grateful I am to a few folks. Now, I can't mention everyone, so please forgive me if I miss your name, but know I'm forever grateful. Of course, I have to start with the Bill Walton, the great Bill Walton, who gets a testimonial from a Hall of Fame professional basketball player, a celebrity sportscaster, a community giant, and simply an overall wonderful human being. Bill, my love to you and Laurie always. And let me acknowledge the host of industry giants who took their precious time to give me testimonials at the start of this segment. Gary, Karen, Bill, Ken, Teresa, Laura, and Shaka. I'm eternally grateful and in awe of your company. I'd also like to thank Kaz Hirai and Ken Yoshida for taking a chance with me when the future was looking quite dim. And without a doubt, I want to thank the awesome team at Sony, globally, and of course, here in North America, who are the fuel that keep me going and who I am so very proud of. They live for innovation, but more importantly, they demonstrate our values of diversity, inclusion, and engagement. Now remember, I started out this speech with dignity and respect. Lastly, I wouldn't be the man I am today if not for my beautiful bride of 35 years, Pat, and my 3 wonderful children, Samantha, Christopher, and Jennifer. I am so proud of each of you and so fortunate to have such a loving family. In closing, at a time when we are all living through events we have never experienced in our lives, and they seem to continue to throw new challenges at us each and every day, let's be thankful for each other. Let's help and protect each other. And above all, let's be sensitive to each other. As the saying goes, we may all be in this together, but we are certainly in different boats. Thank you all so very much, and please do stay healthy.
Thank you, Mike, for all your years of service to Sony and San Diego.
Our first award is for our Rising Star category. Please join me in congratulating Elizabeth Banker of Shore Solutions, Inc. Elizabeth has been CEO and president of Shore Solutions for 4 years. The company provides military equipment, services, procurement support, logistics, and supply chain solutions for federal, state, and local agencies nationwide. She became a first-time CEO at age 29 when she bought the business. She led the company to its first profitable year in 2016 while also giving birth to her first child on her 30th birthday. In 2017, she led the company to record revenues, employee count, and profitability, despite a crisis where access to the company's main sales channel was lost for nearly 5 months due to a third-party technical issues and delays. As a result, she won the U.S. Small Business Administration's 2017 Anthony Vigils Award for Company Growth Despite Adversity. Shore Solutions receives numerous awards in 2019, including Veteran-Owned Small Businesses by the Year by SBA. Elizabeth supports community campaigns to feed the homeless. She also hosts the Giving Back campaigns to help veteran and active duty families in need during the holiday season. She has served numerous times as a panelist to provide advice and motivation to young entrepreneurs through the SBA, and actively shares her story with the veteran community. Please join me in congratulating Elizabeth, our Rising Star Award winner. Elizabeth?
First, I want to say thank you to the San Diego Business Journal for putting on such an amazing event. I'm incredibly honored to be amongst some amazing finalists. As mentioned, I am the CEO of Shore Solutions, and we provide procurement support for federal, state, and local entities nationwide. Essentially, we get to ensure our heroes are always mission ready. In an industry heavily driven by profits and politics, and being a veteran myself, I wanted to give our heroes a company that they could trust, one that would never sacrifice the quality of service or the integrity of the business just to increase profits. And that is where Shore was born. I went back and forth on what I would say if I won this award and decided to talk about this past year. Because to me, being a CEO is messy and mentally grueling, but it's the hard times that make you appreciate the good times, and how you approach these challenges will ultimately define who you are as a leader. 2015 to 2018, we had record years, substantial growth, 20 plus awards and recognitions, and multiple contracts. We were on top of the world. Then as our record year of 2018 came to an end, our major contract that made up 70% of our revenue was delayed. And that delay went from 30 days to 11 months. Over the next year, I watched my team flourish. They were logging ridiculous hours, bringing brilliant ideas to leadership, and putting their heart and soul into everything they did. And it was truly inspiring to see. After a few more months had passed and our financials continued to look grim, I didn't ever want my team to be blindsided. So I decided to sit them all down and told them, just as a precaution, I wanted them to prepare their resumes and start looking for jobs. This moment broke my heart, and I felt like a complete failure to them, to my family, and to myself. Later that day, I had more than a handful of people come to me telling me that they would work for free. Others said they would refuse to look anywhere else. And one even said she would chain herself to the desk until the ship sank. This was a life-altering moment for me. How could they believe in me that much and still at this moment feel like this company was worth fighting for? It was that moment that I realized being a leader isn't about having all of the answers or about being the smartest person in the room. It's about being authentic, being compassionate, and empowering your team to help them reach their full potential. 2019 forced me to realize the person I wanted to be as a leader, as a wife, a mother, a sister, and for that I will forever be grateful. I am happy to report, however, that as of today, we are not only a stronger, more united team, we have already exceeded our goal of $14 million in revenue for the year and are projected to hit 6 out of 6 of our 2020 goals that we set in 2019. I want to thank my mentor, Alan Sorkin, my Visage family, for always being there for me and helping me navigate these challenging times. I want to thank my badass team, Shore Solutions. Without each and every one of you, Shore Solutions would be nothing. You are the heartbeat of this organization, and your daily actions drive me to be a better person every day. I also want to thank my 4 sisters for giving me the strength and helping me see things in myself that I struggle to see at times. And lastly, I want to thank my husband for being by my side through all of this craziness. You put your career on hold to help raise our 3 amazing kids and do so with 0 complaint. You are my best friend, my rock, and the love of my life. And I will end with this. Be good to your people. Know them. Know their passions, their struggles, their victories, both inside and outside of work. Empower them to be the best versions of themselves. And most importantly, just have their back. Because in times of darkness, you will need them by your side. And how you treat them during the good times is how they will support you during the bad times. Again, thank you to everyone that was involved, to the San Diego Business Journal. Thank you so much. I am honored and blessed. Take care.
Congratulations again, Elizabeth. Now for our next winner. The winner for nonprofit category is Jim Floros of Jacobs and Cushman San Diego Food Bank. The Jacobs and Cushman San Diego Food Bank and its North County chapter comprise the largest hunger relief organization in San Diego County. During the COVID-19 crisis, Jim was quick to mobilize and engage the food bank to address the immediate need. Before the coronavirus crisis, the food banks were already serving more than 350,000 people per month in communities throughout San Diego County. In the first 2 weeks of the emergency, the food banks conducted 175 food distributions and gave away nearly 600,000 more pounds of nutritious food to seniors, working poor families, low-income military families, children, the recently laid off and furloughed, and those who had never faced food insecurity before. Since COVID-19, the food bank has distributed 11 million pounds of food and purchased $4 million of food to meet the growing needs of the community. To quote Jim, "We are the right organization at the right place and the right time. The San Diego Food Bank will support our community throughout this crisis."
First of all, I'd just like to say what an honor it is to receive this award, especially considering all the other outstanding finalists in this category. So a tip of the hat to all of you for all the great work you do day in and day out to make our community a better place to live. No one really could have seen the COVID crisis coming, and I'm so proud about the way our organization pivoted, adapted, and overcome, which is really in our DNA. We went from feeding about 350,000 people a month to nearly 600,000 people. We were a few weeks into the pandemic, and I was just marveling at how well our organization was doing. And I suddenly realized that we had built a ship to weather the storm. we work so hard collectively for organizational excellence. So, outstanding relationships with donors, with the media, elected officials, highly acclaimed programs, top-notch financials, 94 cents of every dollar going directly to program services. And really, we did that because it was the right thing to do. And then we talk about culture. Culture with any organization is very important, but with a nonprofit, it goes up a notch, because in a nonprofit, you need to create a culture of people who aren't there for a paycheck. They're there to make the world a better place to live. And we're very careful about that. And I really realized the culture we had created in this organization, staff, volunteers, board members, stakeholders in the community partners, all collectively had created a culture that really was helping us weather the storm. So again, tip of the hat to all the finalists. Thank you, San Diego, for supporting your local food bank, and together we will weather the storm.
Congratulations, Jim. Now for our next winner. The winner for the business nonprofit category is James Callahan Jr., Mental Health Systems, Inc., a CEO with more than 2 decades of experience across the public and private sectors. Jim joined Mental Health Systems in 2016 during the company's most difficult time. Riddled with compounding financial issues, he brought the team together, fighting to keep the company strong. The organization now has an excellent reputation for providing top-notch behavioral health services and pioneering housing solutions for the homeless. During 2019, Jim led the way to increase his organization's capacity to serve a total of 1,200 more clients per year, increasing funding by approximately $19 million, which included the addition of 145 staff for a total of 715 employees, all while managing $60 million in funding to serve 10,000 clients in the San Diego County alone. Throughout COVID-19 pandemic, Mental Health Systems has offered 80 broad-ranging programs that include safety net services across 8 counties in California for those most in need. Please join me in congratulating James Callahan Jr. James?
I'd like to thank the San Diego Business Journal and the selection committee for granting me this amazing award. It's a privilege and an honor to be recognized amongst such esteemed colleagues. While it hasn't been easy, it has always been a pleasure to come to work every day knowing I get to make a lasting difference in the lives of those who need us the most. Mental Health Systems does extraordinary work, and I'm grateful to be at the helm. It gives me a sense of fulfillment to lead the company whose work not only impacts employees, but also makes profound impact on individuals, families, and our communities. For 42 years, Mental Health Systems' client-centered, strength-based solutions have been designed to offer comprehensive, culturally competent programs that embody our core values of integrity, diversity, mentorship, and inclusion. Our mission is to improve the lives of individuals, families, and communities impacted by behavioral health challenges. MHS has a commitment towards reducing stigma and improving access to care using the principle, whatever it takes. I'm grateful for my dedicated team who never fail to inspire me and continue to show up as the very best version of themselves. We at MHS are guided by a strong board of directors. It's with their guidance and trust that we have created MHS to be the company it is today. I want every client at MHS to know they have touched my life deeply in these last 4 years. I am truly moved by your courage, your dedication to recovery, and your willingness and trust us on your journey. To my fellow nominees, thank you for demonstration of commitment and fortitude in these unprecedented times that we're experiencing. We stand together, shoulder to shoulder, and for that I am grateful and thank you again. This would not have been possible without the resounding support of my family, who always believes in me, propel me to continue this very important work. My best advice is simple. It's essential to surround yourself with teachers, mentors, and coaches. Seasoned leaders know that none of us succeed alone. Not only do we need a coach to help us achieve our greatest potential, we also need someone to point out all the ways we can improve ourselves and continue developing our skills. I'm honored to be considered for this prestigious award, and I'm humbled to be the recipient. Thank you.
Congratulations, Jim. Now on to the winner for Small Private Company category. The winner is Ronson Shamoon of RJS Law. Ronson, who everyone knows as Ronnie, is the founder and CEO of RJS Law, where he has led the tax law firm for 17 years. The company has offices in San Diego, Orange County, and Beverly Hills. The law clerks who come to work at RJS Law have the unique opportunity of working alongside Ronson, learning from him how to handle clients, cases, and revenue officers. The future of his profession is important to Ronson, and every year he donates a $5,000 scholarship to USC School of Law. Named a San Diego Super Lawyer in 2019, he is personally involved in all aspects of the business. He encourages promotion from within, invests in his employees, and works in good faith. He holds himself to the highest level of integrity and expects everyone in the office to do the same. Involved in the community, Ronson is an ardent contributor and supporter for various organizations. Every year he donates and pays any costs associated with billboard campaigns for the Girl Scouts of San Diego and Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure. He also hosts the Big Give Bash at his firm, which benefits the USC School of Law. Ronson?
Good evening, everyone. I wish I had the opportunity to see all of your faces in person, but obviously due to this pandemic, we're having to film an acceptance award on a little smartphone today. I'd like to start off by thanking everyone for this award. It is a big honor, and I'm truly humbled that I've received this award. Throughout the years, I would watch the Business Journal award ceremony and come each and every year and see so many deserving people win this award. And for me to be the one accepting this award this year, I would just like to say thank you, and I am humbled and honored to receive this award and to be alongside so many individuals who have won this award in the past. I wouldn't be here without the support of my team. I have one of the most amazing teams that someone could ask for. They work hard each and every day. I treat them all like family, and without them, I would not have been able to have won this award. I also would not have been able to be here if it wasn't for the support of my wife, who I've been married to for the last 13 years and the mother of my 4 children. She has been supportive of my career since day one, and of course at times living a life full of hard work and long hours, you need that support at home. And I'm grateful for her and the love that she has given me, and I would not be able to be here today without her. And of course, my mother, my father, and my siblings. My father came to this country 50 years ago with $30 in his pocket, and he worked hard for his family in order for them to make it, to send them all to school. My mother and father have been so supportive, guiding me throughout the way, supporting me in all of my endeavors, and helping me achieve my goals, sending me to school, sending me to law school, helping me buy my first home, my first office, pretty much everything. Mother and father, and great siblings. My brother and sister are my best friends, always there for me, always supportive, and without them, I would not have been able to achieve this award. And of course, my friends. I have such an amazing group of friends that have always been there for me, giving me advice, helping me run my company as they run theirs. And without their support as well, I would not be here. And of course, God is always there for me, and religion has been a big part of my life. And I'm grateful for God and Jesus and all that they have given me in order for me to obtain this award. But before I go, I like to leave a few words of wisdom that I have learned that I feel have helped me gain success in my career. My father instilled 2 phrases in me when I started my career out of college. One of them, he said, "Son, working hard doesn't kill you. Stress kills you." He says, working hard is like exercise. It only makes you stronger. And that hard work ethic really was instilled with me at a young age. He also said, "Son, if you never work hard, you're never gonna make it. And if you work hard, you might make it. So might as well work hard." Those are some of the words of wisdom that I have learned. I've also learned that you need to give back in the community. Always show compassion in everything that you do. Live a life of giving and helping. And in the end, it will all pay dividends to you. And as the great Vince Lombardi said, he said, perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we catch excellence. So always strive for perfection and you will excel in everything that you do. Network, make a lot of friends, show compassion, give back to the community, get involved, and everything will all come together. So thank you, everyone. I wish I could see you all there, give you a virtual hug, greet you all in person, but unfortunately I can't. But I'm honored and humbled to have this award, and I look forward to seeing you next year when things get back to normal. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Congratulations, Ronnie. Now we move on to the winner of the large private company category. This year's winner is Jan Tharp of the Bumblebee Seafood Company. Jan's passion, commitment, and loyalty toward the Bumblebee Seafood Company is immeasurable. In a changing world, Jan remains laser focused on advocating for people, the planet, and health wellness. In her first 18 months, she successfully steered the organization through legacy-based challenges, including class action lawsuits, criminal indictments, bankruptcy, and a subsequent company sale. The most impressive aspect of these achievements is that in the midst of this period, she was able to develop a transformational corporate strategy with a focus on growth and innovation. She reestablished Bumblebee's North Star Foundation of purpose and vision and redefined the company's values and guidelines. Jan is credited with putting the 120-year-old iconic brand into position to make bold moves going forward, creating a new generation of seafood lovers. Bumblebee is starting to see its business change in bold and innovative ways as a result of Jan's leadership, and most recently, leading Bumblebee's joint venture with Gathered Foods Corporation, makers of Good Catch plant-based seafood products. The partnership makes Bumblebee the first and only major seafood company to partner with a plant-based seafood brand, honoring the company's long-term commitment to ocean health and sustainability. Please join me in congratulating Jan Tharp, our private company award winner. Jan?
Thank you, San Diego Business Journal, for this recognition and honor. It means a great deal to me and to our team at the Bumblebee Seafood Company, because we are all so proud of what we've accomplished over the last year. For those of you who don't know Bumblebee, we are a fishing company that was started in the 1800s, producing shelf-stable seafood under the Bumblebee brand. We've grown so much over the years, and today we continue to bring those same nutritious and affordable seafood products to over 85 million households around the globe. We're also on a never-ending journey to fight for the health of our oceans. I think one of the most important contributors to our success is really our team around the globe. We are proudly headquartered in downtown San Diego in East Village. Our team is actively involved in the community through volunteerism and community engagement projects. And we all know how fortunate we are to call San Diego, one of the most beautiful cities in the country, our home. I mentioned that this award is special. It is special to me because it reflects the amazing team that we have at the Bumblebee Seafood Company. Over the last year, our executive leadership team successfully navigated the business through significant industry challenges. They defended the company through both criminal and civil litigation that ultimately resulted in the bankruptcy, and then we successfully marketed the company for a sale. And I know those events sound rather grim and negative, but this is actually a positive story because it's a story about resilience. The resilience and passion and energy of our team that fought through all those headwinds while simultaneously planting seeds for future growth, I think is absolutely amazing. We worked together and we recalibrated our North Star. We revamped our values and guiding principles, and we set off on a journey to redefine how people think about, consume, and produce seafood. And to date, we've been extremely successful. In late January of this year, we also sold our business to FCF, one of the largest global seafood trading companies in the world. And together, our collective strength will make us both stronger. Our shared values and vision will continue to provide future growth for many generations to come. I'm honored to have the role of leading this immensely talented group of people at the Bumblebee Seafood Company. I think our story is proof that people working together with a common vision can accomplish anything. I'd also like to thank each member of the Bumblebee Seafood Company team. You each play a special role in helping move our company forward. This recognition today is really about you. We have come so far in the last year, and each one of you have provided me with so much optimism for our future. And for that, I thank you.
Congratulations, Jan. Moving on to the next category, the winner for the Medium Public Company is Nathan Ruge of Bank of Southern California. Nathan has been a major factor in the growth and success of Bank of Southern California since taking the role of president and CEO 12 years ago. His expert guidance has led to several major mergers and acquisitions, a complete rebranding of the bank, and the development of an award-winning workplace and culture. 2019 and early 2020 were especially important, with the acquisition of CalWest Bank intended to fuel the bank's growth in the region. To facilitate this acquisition and future growth, in 2020, Nathan oversaw a $12 million campaign raise through the issuance of common stock. The proceeds were used to help strengthen the bank's balance sheet. At the completion of the acquisition, the organization will have approximately $1.1 billion in assets with capital of approximately $120 million. Most recently, many local businesses affected by the coronavirus pandemic were struggling. Nathan saw an opportunity to help the business community by accepting applications from all Southern California small businesses, helping 1,800 obtain funding. This has contributed to more than 50,500 employees maintaining their jobs. Nathan?
It is a huge honor to be named the 2020 CEO of the Year in the category of Medium Private Company, and I'm incredibly grateful for this distinction. When I look at the list of finalists, I'm inspired by all of the incredible leaders in our community, and I'm honored to stand beside you. Congratulations to all of you, and thank you for your contributions to San Diego's community. During this past year, Bank of Southern California was able to achieve significant growth and success stemming from our strategic acquisitions, a development of a stronger financial position, and continued focus on supporting Southern California's business community. While 2020 has brought a unique set of challenges, our commitment to the business community has remained unaltered. Through our participation in the SBA's PPP program, we were able to provide vital financing to more than 2,600 businesses, which in turn provided jobs for over 56,000 individuals. This success is a testament to our dedicated employees who work day and night to help businesses struggling to survive. I've always believed that one of the keys to a company's success is having a strong workplace culture where employees feel empowered and engaged. Through independent workplace studies, a dedicated employee experience program, and team building events, we've been able to raise the level of employee engagement year over year. Although the global pandemic has created several problems, I do believe culture has been instrumental in helping Bank of Southern California continue to grow and thrive. And so, while this recognition means a lot to me, it means even more to our company. Bank of Southern California's success has been attributed to the support, hard work, and dedication of our employees, our executive management team, and our board of directors. And I accept this award on their behalf. Thank you.
Congratulations, Nathan. Now, on to our final award. The winner for the large public company category is Mick Farrell of ResMed. Since Mick became CEO 5 years ago, revenue has doubled to $3 billion, and ResMed stock is up roughly 300%. ResMed powered through the pandemic with 4 straight quarters of double-digit revenue and earning gains, topping consensus estimates every quarter. Under Mick's leadership, ResMed transformed a medical device leader to a global pioneer and leader in digital health. Mick and his team's collective mission is to help the 936 million people who suffer every night from the effects of sleep apnea. The company helps 400 million people with COPD live higher quality, happier lives with medical devices and digital health technologies. Mick leads a global company agile enough to shift during a global pandemic and help give hundreds of thousands of people a fighting chance against COVID-19, all while keeping 7,500 employees safe and working in San Diego and around the world. ResMed is a top 5 global producer of hospital-to-home ventilators, quickly responded to the unprecedented global demand for critical life-saving ventilators and bi-level devices triggered by the pandemic. Between January and July, the company produced more than 150,000 ventilators, more than 3.5 times its output over the period in the previous year, giving the gift of breath to people fighting the virus. Please join me in congratulating our large public company. Mick?
Hi, I'm Mick Farrell, CEO of ResMed, and I would like to say thank you to the San Diego Business Journal for being awarded the San Diego Public Company CEO of the Year. I'm truly humbled and honored to receive this recognition, and I want to be clear, this recognition is not just for me. This is for 7,500 ResMedians, that's what we call ourselves, who help people sleep better, breathe better, and live better lives outside the hospital in over 140 countries worldwide. My heartfelt thanks to every ResMedian. I've always been proud to work at ResMed these last 2 decades, but never more proud than this year, when during a once-a-century respiratory medical pandemic, we were able to pivot our whole business. We made over 150,000 ventilators from January 1 to June 30. That's over 350% of the ventilators from the same period in 2019. And we delivered those ventilators to over 140 countries worldwide, literally giving the gift of breath to people while they fought against this deadly coronavirus. And if we kept them breathing and their immune system was able to overcome the virus, then a person lived. So many hundreds of thousands of people worldwide have been helped by our ventilators, and I would like to say huge thanks to all the ResMedians in those 140 countries for delivering those products, getting them to the hospitals and getting them to patients. I'd also like to say thanks to the frontline healthcare workers, the respiratory therapists, nurses and doctors who set up those ventilators and wore all that PPE and were helping patients in those wards. There have been some big changes to all of our lives during COVID, right? I mean, we have 7,500 ResMedians, 4,500 of us had to pivot over a weekend to work from home. It's changed completely how we do business. The importance of respiratory medicine in the world has picked up infinitely because of COVID-19. The importance of digital health has been far more pertinent than it was before. People want telehealth, remote monitoring. And the importance of healthcare delivered outside the hospital has become more important. These 3 things are all a key part of ResMed's 2025 strategy, and they've just been accelerated by COVID. So during this crisis, ResMed brought to market digital health solutions for ventilators that was sped forward by 6 months. The software was delivered in April and May that should have been delivered right here in September. And that was our ability to pivot and change and respond to this global crisis to help doctors and patients be able to manage those ventilators from their hospital, from their home. We think that the future of healthcare is digital, and it's our whole 2025 strategy. We have over 936 million people worldwide who suffer from sleep apnea, sleep suffocation, our core market disease that we treat. There are over 380 million people worldwide who suffer from chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD, which is actually the number 2 killer and the number 3 cause of hospitalization in the world. And there are over 340 million people who suffer from asthma. So that's over 1.5 billion people that ResMed has to help. And we're going to use digital health, We're going to use the importance of respiratory medicine. We're going to use the importance of outside the hospital healthcare to get after those people and help them sleep better and breathe better and live better lives outside the hospital. So we're very proud of what we do here at ResMed. We now have over 12 million 100% cloud connectable medical devices in people's homes around the world. We have over 6.5 billion nights of medical data in the cloud, respiratory and sleep medicine data. But big data means nothing if we can't turn it into actionable outcomes, and that's what we're doing. We're using artificial intelligence, machine learning, machine algorithms to be able to connect with our most important customer, which is a patient, to allow doctors to have telehealth and remote patient monitoring, to allow healthcare systems to do patient population health management. So we're living in a time of unique stress right at the moment. It's physical stress, mental stress, financial stress, social stress. Our teams have performed at a level that I've never seen before. But I ask everyone, please do what we do here at ResMed. We get a good night's sleep. Sleep 7 hours every day and take weekends off. You have back-to-back Zoom meetings, everyone does, during the week. Take your weekends off. I spend time with my wife, with my family, and with my God, enjoying my weekend so that I have physical, mental, and spiritual rejuvenation and come back fighting on Monday morning. So, thank you for this award to the San Diego Business Journal, and thank you to everyone here. And I'm very honored, but again, I accept this award on behalf of all ResMedians worldwide. Thank you very much.
This concludes our program. Thanks to everyone for attending, and a special thanks to our judges and to Tide Rock Holdings, our gold sponsor. Congratulations again to all of our finalists and winners. You make the community of business very proud. I would like to remind everyone that you can read more about our winners and finalists in our print and digital editions. And this entire event will be available on our website, sdbj.com. We look forward to seeing everyone next year.